So, we have a Q&A first. We have a question answer. Do you have any question? Yes. Is there it?
You have not mentioned anything about moringa because I read about it and they said it's a good cancer remedy also.
Yeah. You know what? I was talking about to Dubai Central about moringa. But I was not able to put this in here. Moringa is another thing. You know, it has 256 nutrients in total compared with the other greens. You know moringa, right? Moringa, yes, we have the pods, the drumstick, and we have the leaves. The leaves are very, very potent. Actually, not only on cancer, but for general health. You can put it in your smoothie because of the nutrients it has. What we need to understand is what we load. If we have more greens in our diet, the more you will be cancer protected. Right? It's like that. It's like putting a shield in you. If you have the moringa, it's not only the moringa. Okay? It's a concoction of everything that we have spoken to. You have the moringa powder, and you have the kale. Sometimes it's like, oh no, a lot of things or a lot of things to be inside the body. But the thing is, little of everything is better than nothing. So if you have the moringa, you can put it. You can put that as part of your diet by putting it as a tea. The morning drink that I want to give to you to start it, to put your body into alkaline mode is like this. In a glass of water, when you wake up, you can drink 1 glass. The other glass will have this. A tablespoon of apple cider. A teaspoon of turmeric powder. A pinch of black pepper, grounded. A teaspoon of moringa powder. And half of a lemon slice. You peel it, you drink it, that will put your body into alkaline mode. That was the morning drink that I was telling you that I'll be talking to. So, instead of drinking alkaline water which doesn't last for, let's say you have an alkaline water in the morning, it will not be alkaline by middle of the day. It will be acidic later on. So, how can you put your body into alkaline is by doing that. The first thing you need to do in the morning, rather than getting a cup of coffee, get a glass of water, drink it, another glass, put what I have said. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoon of moringa powder, a pinch of black pepper, and half of a lemon. Press it and drink it. Day by day by day, every morning, you're setting now the pH of the body into alkaline. Because if your body is alkaline, diseases will not come to you. It's not an environment. It's not the terrain, the place they want to be. They don't want greens and they don't want healthy environment. They want a body that's sick, where the bacteria and the fungi and the viruses have peace every day. Because the terrain is dirty. Remember the slide that I was talking about, the terrain? That's the one. If your body has a good terrain, then definitely you will be out of having debilitating diseases as much as you can. Okay? So, I think I have made a point of moringa. You can have kale, you can have wheatgrass. If you're, let's say, I want another kind of powder, go for it. Just mix it with water the same way. Let's say today you have moringa. The best is moringa, by the way. Second, you have wheatgrass at home. Somebody gave you wheatgrass powder. Then put a teaspoon of wheatgrass. Tomorrow is moringa. The next day is kale powder. Whatever green powders you have. But the best if you can get it fresh. If you can. It's different still when it's fresh. But if you don't have access, get the powdered one. Because a cup of moringa leaves is a tablespoon of moringa powder. That's how potent. When it dries up and you crumble and you mill, it's just a tablespoon, the 1 cup. So for cancer patients, Then you need to, let's say in the morning for those with cancer, do it 3 times a day. 1 tablespoon moringa together with the juices. That will be having a good effect. But as you know, it's building from the inside out. So you cannot say, I drank moringa yesterday, I'm cancer-free now. It doesn't work that. You're building up. So it takes time. Who created a castle in 1 day? Even the most, Solomon was not able to build the temple in 1 day. It took years. I believe 7 years. It took years. The same way with us, but our body, if you concentrate, it could heal in a matter of 2 years hardcore. Hardcore. That's why when you have a relative that says, I'm cancer-free, and it's only the 3rd year, it's 5 years before you could say you have hope for cancer. It's not like after a treatment right now, a year after, you're cancer-free and you're back again. You need to give yourself 5 years. But for the therapy, for naturopathic, give it 2 years hardcore. Meaning, you'll be very diligent in doing what you need to do. Is there any other questions?
Yes, Doc. I have actually 3 questions. That was the first one. The second one is, what is the difference between juicing and smoothie?
Ayun. Okay. Juicing is like having 20 sets of teeth doing it for you. Because when you juice, remember when you eat a carrot, you need to chew it, right? When you chew it, you're swallowing both the fiber and the juice, right? And plain chewing. Let's go to a natural or normal. When you eat carrot, like a while ago, it's a very nice salad, you know, you have carrot sliced there. When you chew a carrot, you're eating both the juice because the digestion starts in the mouth. You do mechanical. That's why you have the teeth. Then when it goes down to the stomach, it will go through a chemical digestion because we're having acid. We know it as hydrochloric acid. So this acid will make the food that we chew into like osterized form, meaning blended form. It's like smoothie. That's how it is inside. Okay? Then it goes down to the small intestine. It will suck. We have like little sponges called villi in the small intestine. As it goes through the small intestine, it sucks all the nutrients. That's why absorption starts at the small intestine. Digestion is the stomach. Once it's sucked and there's the pulp, that is what goes to the other end. That's the pulp. Now, let's go for juicing. Juicing, I'm removing the pulp. We are into juice only. And that juice, if it has no fiber, it doesn't stay in the stomach because it's liquid. It goes down immediately to the small intestine. That's why we don't mix juice with a food. It should go before the food because we don't want to trap the juice is there because it's ready for digestion. It should be taken by the body before a solid comes in. Because once it's trapped in the stomach, because as you know, when I eat, the pyloric sphincter here, the plug from the intestine, from the intestine, the small intestine in the stomach, we call it pyloric sphincter. And from the esophagus down to the stomach, we have again another sphincter, the one that closes. We call it cardiac sphincter. So when you're ready to eat, let's go to anatomy again. The pyloric sphincter closed, the cardiac sphincter open because you're going to eat. So it goes, the food goes to the stomach, it holds there. And then 4 hours it will be there. When it is ready to go down, let's say it is already a strine, like blended or smoothie type of food. Whatever you eat, it will be like smoothie. It goes down to the small intestine, and then once it's down, the cardiac sphincter open again for the food after 4 hours, and then the pyloric sphincter closes because it will be ready again for digestion. For juicing, it doesn't close it anymore. The cardiac sphincter opens. once it's liquid and the stomach knows it's liquid, it will not trap. It opens the pylori to go to the small intestine. So in juicing, the body is not anymore exerting effort to digest. Because it's already digestible form, it went down. Now with smoothie, you want to, let's say you have a problem with upset stomach, and most of the time because your acid is low. Okay, your acid is low, your gastric acid is low, it doesn't really make the food like smoothie type. It should be smoothie type. It will not go down as like bulk little pieces. No, it will be like a smoothie type. So when you have problem with digesting, might as well go for smoothie. So that it will not be too hard for the stomach to digest until we restore the acid. And most of the time, in cases like this, we tend to give first a juice and then a smoothie after to heal the stomach from that. Like let's say a combination of cabbage and cucumber. It's a therapy actually. And then 30 minutes before you let it so that it will coat the stomach if you have hyperacidity and you have ulcer. So when you have food, it will not be too detrimental for the lining of the stomach. In cases of cancer, we want to give as much overdose nutrients, right? So if we are just going to let the patient eat 2 pounds of carrot, he cannot or she cannot finish it in one sitting. But with juices, I can do it. You can do it in one sitting, drinking an 8 pieces carrots with no problem. And you overdose the patient with nutrient in whatever form. The combination I gave already, those are tested. These are the ones that they are paying so much, thousands of dollars to go to an institute like in the US to get this kind of therapy. And you have it already in your hand. The only thing you need to do it. That's the point. So with smoothie, it makes the stomach lesser burden. With juicing, you want to overdose the patient because they are sick with cancer. Most of the time, it is juicing for cancer. Smoothie, if ever they just tired of chewing, let's say with the salads, they don't want the salad, they don't want it because they have like loss of appetite, then smoothie it. At least they don't have a burden to chew, they just have to drink it. So it depends on the situation of the case of the health of the patient in choosing juicing over a smoothie or smoothie over juicing. But I'm a proponent of both in different cases. Yeah. Is there any other question? Yes.
First of all, thank you for the messages that you are sharing with us. And I have 2 questions actually. Regarding the tea, because they are placed in a tea bag, and I have read some articles that it contains microplastic. So how safe it is?
Okay.
And then number 2, what can you say about this dehydrator machine? Because I wanted actually to invest dehydrator wherein I can dehydrate vegetables or fruits. So that my children can eat
snacks.
Yes.
The vegetables and fruits as snacks regularly.
Yeah, thank you for that question. Number 1, with regards to tea, let's go for the tea first. When you buy a tea, number 1, it's better to get it from someone that you trust. Let's say, a well-known tea maker is from London, not just anywhere else in the world. And make sure that the tea bag is not having any kind of wrap, like sometimes they use stapler on this. Have you seen a tea bag with stapler?
Yes.
Don't choose that. It should be with a thread only. Now, if you buy it from a company that is trusted, like this one is organic chamomile. So, from the manufacturer itself, it doesn't mean that they have been putting plastic. It could have been that in the processing of that, plastic can go in. Actually, that microplastic, another thing I want to share about microplastic. This chopping board, and they are plastics, and you know that they are disintegrating in time. There is a good kind of chopping board right now that I have seen made of
Titanium
or stainless steel. Actually, it's cheaper in the Philippines than the one here. Very much cheaper there. So you just have to choose not only in plastics but also in cookwares. You know, you should not choose Teflon. Choose stainless steel, because once you scrape it, then you're getting those copper, and that is carcinogenic. So we just have to choose what we're using. And also the scoopers of the thing, if it's disintegrating, then we just have to just use it for composting, mixing your compost tea or what, but do not use it for your food anymore. So that's it. Buy from trusted, do not use with stapler, and that will, dehydrators was the second. We have dehydrators, and it's very efficient. We're doing our moringa powder through that with a dehydrator, and you can see that it really preserves the green color, because if you're going to go to a store, the moringa is yellowish in color already if you open it. But if we're the one doing it we really wash it, we tend to choose the best leaves. We don't include the yellow ones, and then we put it in the dehydrator. It goes, when it's blended, it goes so green. Not too far from a barley powder. That's how green. But the other moringa outside is already, yellowish. So it preserves the nutrients. The good thing with dehydrator, the food lasts long. And it's efficient. It's a good investment, actually. Yeah. Well, yes, Ate Chan.
I will just follow up regarding the moringa with drying, because we tried to dry moringa manually. It's either we hang it or sometimes remove the leaves and dry it on a colander.
And get moldy.
Yes. But the thing is, later on there's smell, kind of moringa smell. It's just okay?
No.
Or how?
No, it's not.
How long does it stays, the dried moringa? Like, is there an expiration for that?
Okay.
Or maybe the smell that changes will be the sign that it's
no. Actually, that smell is coming from how you dry it. It should be dried well. This is how we do it. I mean, once we get the moringa from our tree, we have 3 trees here in Dubai. So we get it, and then we wash it very well with salt. We wash it with salt. We from getting it from the top, we're removing the dried leaves already, but not getting the whole thing yet. And then we wash it. Then at the time we remove it. And then we put it in my husband made it like, what is that, Papi?
A net.
Wood made of screen, with screen. It should be with screen. And only the strength equally like that. Not as a colander that it is, because it will create that smell and moldy smell. So it should be like that. You could air dry it, but because we have a dehydrator, we can put it in the dehydrator. And then the next day, you will feel it's crunchy already. So once you mill it, and you put it in a very good container, not exposed to air, like you really wrap it, you really put it in a plastic container or something that is locked well, then it lasts for a year. If it is like that. But if it's not locked, then it will be spoiled. Okay, Abby.
Yeah, well, because I do it, I did it a lot. So usually sometimes I like to do it first. My girls, sometimes they don't do it the way I like to do it.
But that's what you like.
The thing is, what I have done with that, I cut it from the tree, I wash it with salt, and dry it, and then I take as much water as possible. Then we take the little leaves out. What I have done, I made like a, like a pillowcase that you can put your moringa after you wash it. To take all the excess water, I get a bunch, put it inside that, and then I dry it inside. The moringa is inside this pillowcase, like a pillowcase. You can make it out of a towel, something that does not have the length, you know, doesn't come up. And then you dry it as much as possible. You can do it as much as possible. You can do it one time, put it there, do it all, and then you see that it's dry. Even if you have some leaves that are, because they stick to each other. If you get some leaves, if you leave them like that, that little leaf that do not dry out well, will spoil your whole body. And that's why it starts melting. So the secret is to make sure that it's dry. Because if you don't have a dehydrator, it's going to be very hard. Because even if it's wet, when you put it in the dehydrator, it just dries it all 100%.
How long to cook in the dehydrator?
Depends how good it is. How long?
In the dehydrator, overnight thing.
Yeah, all depends. If you what kind of dehydrator you have, how thick do you put it? Also depends on that. If you put it too thick, then in the middle it's not going to dry. You need to continue to put it. And so what you can do here is very good to do it with the sun. I made a dehydrator that it was like about this big and had different layers because the sun here is very intense, right? And you have, well, I can explain it. It takes a long time, but you can make one. And what it is, with that natural sun, you can have a very good dehydrator. Here, you cannot have that in the Philippines. Because the Philippines has a lot of moisture in there, right? It's a tropical place. But here you can. And what I have done, I make several layers with what is the condensation holes on the very top. The air will come through here, the sun with an open area. I put all my trays were fully covered with like this with a transparent. And then you dry the air, the heat going out, and I could do it. I could dry bananas, apples, a lot of fruits and vegetables. And you can do that. But the secret is make sure you take all the moist, all the water, and it will last. Our moringa powder will last for a year.
If it's in a good container, it's like a year. But if it's not, it doesn't last. You know, like this kind. Well, let's say you mill it and this kind of cover, it doesn't last. Like about 2-3 months gone. You will spoil the batch. It should be tight container that you can really screw like this. Could be glass, but should be tight container.
I have a question, two questions.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the garlic because I like the garlic that you just gave us, for testing.
Okay.
It's really nice. But what Sister Ruby was doing, and she's sharing to us also, she put it in apple cider.
Okay.
She will peel it and then put it on an apple cider and it becomes a pickle. So it's
the looks is like a rice cooker. I can put it in Eden's Gate.
Yeah.
I put it in my personal page, but can we open again this one? The Eden's Gate, we have here. Hold on, let's see if it's open, please. Ayan. Hold on. There. We have our website and we have our Facebook page. If you want to check plant-based dishes, you can scroll down. I have dishes there. That's how you can make your pasta out of moringa with the powder. And it's like pesto, moringa. It is there. You can, what is this? You can scroll down, because I have a lot of dishes under there. How you can make tuna out of jackfruit. It is also there. The recipe is there. Just look down and you will see. And if you have any questions, let's say you go home and you have questions, you can just go to Eden's Gate and drop some question and we'll get back to you. Anything, health, the lecture that we have right now, anything that I can help you with. That's where we are having. And we have Instagram also. So that one. I just want to one time invite you once we have that goal of the family, the Eden's Gate. It is in San Juan, Batangas. So hopefully in time when we open, you can see it there. So do you have any other questions?
Any questions?
I think, Lorraine, you have one more question.
Yeah. Where is the mic?
Last question.
Okay. Yes.
Doc, what is your opinion about laxative tea? Since we discussed about tea,
Ah,
because
okay.
it's also it's also a
Yes.
plant, right?
Yes, senna.
Yeah.
Senna leaves is a type of plant that gives you that kind of cleansing of the bowel. I put it in my, I put it as part of those patients with constipation for a time being. One every night only, not 2, not 3. Only 1 every night for a month. So you can be cleansing in the morning, you evacuate in the morning. Then for a month, it's like that. Then you will decrease it like 1 every 3 days. It's like that. It's herbal. It's no problem at all.
So it's safe to do it in a regular basis, like maybe once a day?
Yes, for a month.
For a month only?
For a month only. And then after that, no long term, it's not going to be. It's just a way that I just want to clean myself. Let's say I felt I did not poop for 2 days or 3 days, and it's unusual for me. Then you can have just a tea. It's not going to harm you.
Okay.
But not like dependent on that. Because the problem with senna, it is an irritant. Okay? It's an irritant laxative. It's natural, but it makes your stomach move fast. Especially if you have a lazy gut. You know, the one that doesn't really move a lot. And at work, you're not moving. You're just sitting. At the end of the day, oh no, I did not drink my water. I cannot poop the next morning, and I usually poop every day. So that senna is not a big thing, but don't get used to it. Like let's say for a month, I want to have a cleansing. Like this month, I want to do cleansing. Do it every night. But once it has an effect, let's say you drank now, you poop tomorrow, the next day you poop again without having that, then don't take on the second and on the third. The reason is you need to regularly evacuate, and that is going to be fine. Yeah.
So, Doctor, my last question. I haven't really tried, it's about washing the fruits and vegetables. I haven't really tried it with by sodium carbonate.
Yes.
I usually wash it with just vinegar. So it's not safe.
No, it is okay, but it's nice if you put salt with it. If you have the vinegars, no, salt. Salt.
Okay.
Yeah. So vinegar and salt goes together. The reason of sodium bicarb or the baking soda is because of the component of the sodium, the salt. So if you have vinegar, let's say in a liter, and you have white vinegar, let's say it's a good cleanser. Actually, you should not be using white vinegar in your food. Huh? I hope you're using either rice vinegar, apple cider vinegar, but never white vinegar. That is for cleaning only. Actually, they use it for cleaning in the restaurants, the sinks, the bathroom, but not for yours. It will destroy the lining of your stomach. It's acetic acid. So you can use that for every liter. You can have like half a cup in every liter. Let's say, because we do it by basin. Let's say in one basin, having about 3 liters of water, you can have half a cup of vinegar and 3 tablespoons of salt. Mix it, put everything there, the leaves, the tomatoes, whatever you're going to use the night before. Make it soak, as in they are soaked, and then peel it the next day. You might be thinking, why do we need to soak and we're still going to peel? It's because we're reducing the amount of pesticide because we don't know what they put there. Unless you're the one who planted all of those produce, then we can eat it from farm to our mouth, no problem. But because we don't know where this food comes from, then we're just having some prevention as much as we can. And the rest, we leave it to God. Now, before I end, do we have any more questions?
Everyone about hibiscus?
Hibiscus, yes. If it is a good tea.
How useful it is.
Yes, it's vitamin C, and because hibiscus have a bright red color, it's very high in antioxidant. It's one of the favorite at home, hibiscus. Now it's a flower, dry, that you can buy in Carrefour, in Lulu, and then you can just boil it like a tea. And one of those times, it's either we have, like this morning, we have turmeric and green tea. All of us have a cup. Even the kids have it. And then sometimes we have hibiscus. Sometimes we have, what is this? Sometimes we have this dandelion. Whatever tea that we have, as long as it's herbal, it's something that we have every day. A cup every day. Then at night we have chamomile. Let's say we want to relax, so we have double portion chamomile. It's very nice. Yes, brother Mike.
I just wanted to ask, if you juice something, is it important to drink it straight away, or can we leave it? Can we juice at night and then drink it in the morning? Is it okay to do that?
Okay, this is something that good. Thank you for raising that up. In juicing, let's say you're busy tomorrow morning and you don't have time. You only have time at night. As long as the glass is well sealed, you know, the mason jars or any container that you have. Let's say you have bought. What is this? Olive jars. You know, in the market, don't throw those jars. I mean, our kitchen is full of those glass jars. We wash, especially the one that, you know, the one that has a good cover. You can put the juice there and put it at the end, not at the side of the ref, inside at the first level at the back, to preserve its freshness, if so that you don't have time. But the best is you can juice it in the morning and drink it the whole day. Morning, the whole day, like that. You can juice it one time. Like that juice that I gave, you're going to juice it one time and divide it into 6 doses. I'm talking about the therapy for cancer. But if you just want to have health or health prevention, then you can just have one very good glass in the morning. No food yet, only that. You're giving a good boost on that. Yes. Any more?
No.
No more? Yeah. Let me share with you one, may question natin. Okay. Let me share with you one testimony, okay, about a patient with colon cancer. So I have one, he's a husband of one of the brethren in Dubai, no? And the husband has colon cancer stage 3. So he went to the US. He says, he called me with the wife. The wife is working then here. Now they're all in the US. And the wife was working here, and he says, I was diagnosed with colon cancer stage 3A. I really don't want chemo. And I said, okay, I'll work with you. So what he did, but he wants surgery. They took a part of the intestine, but you don't want chemo. Normally, in a conventional, they'll ask you, go for surgery, but you need to have chemo after. Because if ever there's leftover, the chemo will take care of that. But he don't want chemo. But likely for the sake of mind, calmness of the mind, you know, sometimes I'm okay with if you need to remove it. If your mind doesn't stop bothering, might as well remove it and then think of the next step. Either you follow that, but with him, because he don't want to and he was really standing on it, we did not go through chemo. We had juicing, a change of lifestyle, and supplements. That's what we did the whole time. 11 months. He came back here. Because he was diagnosed here and he had the surgery in the US. He came back here in the same hospital that diagnosed him. He had PET scan. 3 oncologists was looking, they could not find anything. And they were so thankful. They came back. I mean, they went to the house. I think my husband went for holiday. It was only us. And they were so thankful. But because he followed, he was able to get out from there. And another one is a liver cancer. This is one of the brethren also, but somebody told me to talk to her, but somebody's looking after her for natural. So by virtue of respect, I did not go to. But because of one of the brethren in another group was saying, please call. I called, but it looks like she's not yet ready for that. So I just sit back and wait, because she said she'll call me, but she did not call me. But at the end, he'd gone through chemo and he'd gone through natural. But I think the combination needs to be boosted differently. So when it went to that, they said, she now approached me, but that was the last grip. That was the last line. And I remember it was my birthday last year when we let the sun go down, we went there and I was pushing and pushing, do this. I know it's last stage of the liver cancer and it's very detrimental to have that kind of cancer. And my husband, that's the good thing, me and my husband was a good team. He is the palliative, I'm the pushing curative. And my husband said, because my husband was saying, that's too much. But still, he asked, you know, says, are you into it? But rest assured, if you know the Lord, you will be okay. He went back to the Philippines to continue chemo and then she rested with the Lord. The thing is, when you have something, act on it as soon. Do not wait a long time. Especially for cases of cancer, it did not come overnight. It's not a flu that you just have to take paracetamol and you're done. It was something from the past. It could have been 15 years ago, and it was just building up slowly but slowly and bigger. So when you felt anything that is unusual, go and have a check. That's the reason why we have cancer prevention, because prevention is still better than cure. Have a good evening. I think it's evening. What time is it? Because we're dark here. Thank you so much, and we're so blessed being here in Pajera. Have a good day. Happy Sunday.
Dear Lord, Father in heaven, we thank you so much for this presentation as it opens our eyes to the natural remedies that we can use to heal the body. For you are the God of all of these things. You made these things naturally to heal us. And now as we go our separate ways, we ask and pray that you bless the family as they travel back up to Dubai. Give them safe traveling mercies and bless each and every person here now as we go our separate ways. Give us the rest of this Sabbath to just continue praising you and bless us through this new and untried week. These and many other blessings we ask in your holy name. Amen.